Okay, hopefully, everything will be really cool with my mode of speech today. And basically, you know, I'll be able to read accurately and well and enjoy myself. So, without further ado, you wouldn't believe my luck. You see, recently someone's been doing that dirty work for us. Want to know what the kicker is? The guy who's been fucking shit up is the big bad himself. Every time he destroys another dream bubble, he does a little more damage to the furthest ring, inexplicably shattering the essence of all-encompassing nothingness. As the cracks spread across the void, new points of reference show up on our maps. Then we look at the angles and intersections and all the shapes formed by the cracks, and compare them to our notes from the various riddles and clues we've discovered about the path to the treasure. It's actually a little like how in old times in Alternia, pirates used to navigate by shapes the stars made. Constellations used to have a lot of significance in our culture, not just guiding explorers on their journeys to physical destinations, but guiding them on the choices they made in life, pertaining to fate and all that. Not that humans would really understand anything like that. I actually find the situation to be pretty funny. This guy's ego must be astronomical. Classic case of unchecked hubris, paving the way for his own downfall. Really now, Vriska, tell me, does that sound familiar to you? Because it sounds pretty damn familiar to me. I didn't even need to build a web to trap him. He just went ahead and started building his own. Talk about a lucky break. Lucky break indeed. Holy cool. That's awesome. That is pretty neat. So does that mean you know where the treasure is now? No, because the map isn't complete yet. Need more cracks so we can plot the rest of the course. All we're able to do now is head in the right general direction. So ironically, in order to prevent reality from being destroyed, we need to wait for it to be damaged further. In fact, we're better off encouraging it. Encouraging it? What, you mean like making him mad so he breaks more, nothingness? Yes, but it has to be strategic. We have to somehow lead him in the direction of the places we want him to damage, specifically the places where the route dead ends, wherever we need new points of reference to keep going. So that means you have to piss him off, I guess. Not really, he's already pissed off. I think he's just permanently that way. It's more about getting his attention, using the right bait, like going fishing. But to do that, you gotta know what he really wants. Like what motivates him. I mean, besides indiscriminately killing dead children and huge tentacle monsters. I'm guessing you have an idea what that might be? Sure. The rumor is he's trying to find that dead alien girl I mentioned and kill her ghost for good. If he catches on to the fact that some of us are looking for her too, and thinks we're hot on her trail, he'll probably start following us around and wreaking havoc wherever we go. We just have to make sure we're in the right place when he tries to kill us. Oh, also try not to actually die again while we're at it. So the bait is really you. Sort of. It's actually more the bogus idea that will lead him to the cherub because we're looking for her too. Which we're obviously not. There's some manipulation involved. Okay, how do you know he'll go for it? I mean, how will he actually know you're looking for her? That's a pretty good question. Have to admit, I don't have everything quite figured out yet. Yeah. Shh, I'm still talking. But that's never not being the case, always. Nice sentence, genius. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm hoping my exploits can spread throughout the ring by word of mouth. Tales of my legend, you know? Then once he catches on, he'll come looking for us, and then presumably go apeshit with his rainbow laser breath. Metaphysical cataclysm ensues. That sounds optimistic? Yeah, exactly. See, this to me maybe speaks to the danger of having self-esteem that is unreasonably high. He's like, huh? Oh, shut up! I said it's a work in progress. We might need to make a bigger spectacle of ourselves. Somehow. Get more people involved. I don't know. It does seem like he's more drawn toward greater concentrations of ghosts. There's still plenty of time to figure it out. That's one thing about being dead. There's always more time. Plus, needless to say, Lady Luck will always be on our side. Sure. John's like, okay. Well, cool. That was actually a very interesting story, Vriska. You're a pretty good storyteller. You think so? Oh, yes, I think so too. She's gotten much better at stories as a recreational long-term death hobby. Oh yeah? Sure, we've both looked at lessons from our ancestors to improve our souls. Her ancestral awakening has to do with understanding her destiny, to tell long stories to people and make them listen to all the words, irregardless of their interest, by any means necessary. The art of saying optimal tales, by my understanding, is to charge through all conceivable details and excessive minutiae. Minutiae. Has to be plural. Until they are exhausted completely, much like it is a spiritual practice, and extraneous information is treated like the religious words you say over and over again until brain peace happens. You mean like a mantra? That's one way of looking at it. I don't know about excessive minutiae or brain peace, but I was hanging on to every word. Aw, you guys, you're making me blush. I wish I could hang out with you longer, maybe even help you with the treasure hunt, but I just know I'm going to be waking up soon. Darn, who even knows how long it'll be before we meet again in another bubble? Yeah, well, them's the breaks. Soon it will be mine. Don't mind him, John. He's just being weird and tooly again. It was nice to see you and catch up like this. If we don't meet in another dream soon, don't worry. I have a feeling we'll be crossing paths again before this is all over. Yeah, okay. And I'm like thinking about it, like, have they aged at all while being dead? Do you age after death? Like, would she still be basically 13? Huh. Well, let's start part 3 of the walk around. Well, that's doing its stuff. Music gets loud again, but it's pretty nice music. Huh. Nothing over here, so... You got some Phytospawn cards. Gotta hatch them all. Is advice you should follow if you want way too many Phytospawn crawling around. For safety reasons, the manufacturer recommends that you only hatch some. Talk to Rufio. Sup, Nitram? Oh, hey, doll. You were gone a crazy long time. Good to have you back, though. Yo, that bomb stunt you pulled was some crazy shit. Thought you were hatching a sweet Phytospawn with that thing, TBH. Wasn't no thing. Don't sell yourself short. I don't think I could have done that. You're pretty gangsta, Paishes. Yeah, I know. Hey, let's stop talking about how badass I am a minute and talk about you. Hashtag wanna ask you things. Shoot, doll. Those wings? You was hatched with them, right? Or I guess pupated them? Hashtag when you hit puberty? Yeah, that's right. I'm a... Don't tell Concrete I said that. He's my boy, but you know he's not down with lingo like that. Hashtag lingo like... Hashtag, you know, hashtag regular words. Ugh, don't even say it. He would like teleport into our conversation with ghost magic just to shoot you. Yeah, he does that to you too, huh? That's some crazy Okay, so you always had wings then. Then I guess you aren't secretly a god tier, or... Nah, might have been cool to go on full rogue. Hey, maybe you could have given me, like, stealing pointers. What is a thief and all? But nah, I don't think I could have gone through with that. Not intentionally, I mean. Well, why not? I don't know. Killing yourself, that's a heavy thing to do. I'm not like you, Mina. I don't think anyone is. Well, maybe Tamara is kinda, but maybe we shouldn't go into that. Let unhatched Phytospawn lie, you know? What I'm saying is, you got game, and I can dig that. But I was never as brave as people always thought. I don't know why they always thought that about me. Maybe it's my wings, or my mohawk, or when I shout bangerang sometimes real loud. Makes it seem like I'm the shit with big self-esteem. But my self-esteem is nothing really to crow about. I don't know. Oh, he said shit there without censoring himself. Alright, so you never got here, but I still don't get something. Didn't you have a totally fucking stupid robot body at some point, or did I just imagine that? That whole period of time in our session was real foggy to me. I guess because I was dead for a while there? Hashtag, maybe I got the ghost madness? Hashtag, could've swear you was a metal horse, though. Yeah. No, the robot body was definitely a thing. Kind of blocked that out of my memory, too. That was something else, yo. Crazy. I'm sure you remember how all that started. Back when Damara and I were still dating. Ring any bells? Yeah. Fucking Megiddo. Do we really need to rehash that ancient bullshit drama? Hashtag bull. Hashtag lol. Hashtag wait. Hashtag why do you never do bull puns? Hashtag fail. No. Just saying is all. It was that whole thing. Anyway, that's when Horus was kind of macking on me, remember? And I wasn't all about to vacillate with him and her, because I knew how she was so jealous and crazy. So she made me... Well, remember? Tag that shit, homie. Hashtag abaloneism. Yeah, I mean, she busted me up. Move a muscle. Well, could still flap my wings well enough. Really, I thought it was alright just flapping wings around. I could still fly and just hang there limp. Might have been a dope look. But nah, Horace thought better of it. Built me the robo-bod, which was pretty tight. Hashtag, like, literally. Hashtag, screwed that together tight. Hashtag, dude is good. Lost my wings, though, which sucked. Kind of awkward just having a real guy's head on top of a big metal body and making all those legs move at. You know, trotting is hard work, yo. Hashtag, especially on stairs. Hashtag, Better than being crippled, though. I mean, quadriplegic. Oops. But I guess you didn't know what happened after that, since you and Damara were killing each other and all. No, what? Well, I died. Yeah, but that's like... wow, long story. Guess you never heard. I'll tell you some other time. It's this whole crazy thing, but I was dead, right? And Horace kissed me back to life. But just my head, I think. I was probably standing on some mountain, striking a pose, gangster, probably fighting a hoof beast, a flaming mane and all. Hashtag, hope someone painted that instant masterpiece. So yeah, next time you saw me, I have a normal body again. It's cool of him to help me all the ways he has. And yeah, we went out, me and him, for a long time after that, kind of off and on, even after we died, in case you were going to ask. I wasn't. Right. Too much information, I guess. Sorry, doll. I always wanted to thank you for standing up for me. You know, when she crippled me, even though it cost you. It was pure class patience. I'll never forget it. Man, I wouldn't have had to if you could just stand up for yourself sometimes. I mean, being paralyzed, not fish standing. Yeah, I guess. You are the only guy in our group who was ever even close to being pretty cool. Everyone else sucks, but you are almost alright. You are always such a pushover, though. Pretty lame, bro. Hashtag took a morning. Hashtag cripple entendre. Hashtag suck it. Excuse me, lame is an ableist slur, which in this context is really inappropriate. Tagging your jokes with ironic trigger warnings really does not excuse your behavior. I'll thank you to refrain from using such terms in the future. Hashtag also, when walking, be careful not to flaunt the health of your legs. Ah! Ugh! Auga! Yes. Oh my god. Cute. So I have like a list of people who I'd like to voice more than others, and Ruhi is definitely on there. Probably shouldn't even ask this since you're not as brave as people make you out to be. Make out with you to be. I mean, make you out to be. Hashtag wait. Hashtag what I say? Hashtag never mind. But would you want to come away with me too? Whoa, man. Not you too. What? It's fine. It's alright that you dig me. I'm flattered. You're just the last person who hadn't hit on me yet. And I kind of dug that about you, you know? I wasn't asking you out, though. Oh, wow. Sorry, I guess I got the wrong idea. It's just kind of a reflex doll. You know, everybody hits on me all the time. I don't know why. It's crazy. Just the other day, get this. Some orange guy in a green shirt jumped out of the bushes and tried to kiss me. And I'm like, what? Step off, Jolly Man. Maybe it's because you're a bitchy ass motherfucker with a kicking hawk. Yo, that's cool of you to say. You got this kind of Otemba Bishoujo thing going on yourself, girl. Style rocks. I always thought you looked pretty slamming. Hashtag, I could give you mohawk dyeing tips. Hashtag, you rock the shit out of that look. For what it's worth, how would be your moe dere dere wafu in the heat of a pump biscuit? If I was remotely attracted to you or found your personality more appealing. And also, if I shared your dumb passion for troll anime and didn't think it clogged massive boho. A bangarang, that's a scenario I'd be alright with. No one really to talk to anymore about my stories, yo. Things got so chilly with my ex. Goddamn witch. Seriously. She crazy. So what were you gonna ask me? If not on a date? Hashtag, and if not, what brand of mohawk dye I use? Never mind. You're not even gonna agree anyway, because this team sucks. Later, Roof. I love him. Oh my gosh. Can I be him yet? Oh, you want to be me? Oh, okay, that's pretty dope, I guess. But can it wait? Elusis is missing again, and I can't think straight without him. He's my happy thought. I hope Damara didn't do something with him. She likes to with me sometimes by stashing little guy somewhere. She's bonkers. It's a happy-looking host plush. It won't be so happy anymore if you hatch a Phytospawn egg near it. Maybe you'll be able to find some eggs in this area if you keep searching. Then the real fun can begin. Hashtag, you start humming the Phytospawn theme song. have the urge to come up with lyrics for it. But now I just think of the Pokemon theme. You got a busted robot head. There was a rumor going around that once, through an elaborate courtship process, Horace sent Rufio a robotic duplicate of himself to spar with, piece by piece. The last part he sent was supposedly the head. That's almost certainly a myth. Horace is a pretty strange dude, but he'd have to be a total lunatic to do something like that. The anecdote strains plausibility. Oh, so Horace is basically just Troll Dirk? That's cute. You got some more boon dollars! A little while ago you would have been pumped to score this dough, but now it's just pocket change to you. You sneer with contempt at the pitiable sum of money and let it slip through your fingers to the forest below. Let the beggars and peasants scrounge for it, you say. Oh, Horace! You'll have to wait a second, Bo. Your Highness, I mean, Fiddlesticks, please pardon my utterly scribble language, unforgivable stammering, your hoarseness. Shoot, I mean, Highness, phew. I am a bale of nerves in your royal presence, and it has been so long. And when I am so spooked, you must know what causes me to more firmly identify with the majestic hoof beast. Hey, Horace, what the fuck is that thing you're prefixing all your talking with? Oh, this? What, you don't recognize it? No, and it's weirding me out. Oh, why, it's my smiling face, you utterly superior person, you. Goggles and all, can't you see it? Guess. It's disturbing as heck to me for some whatever reason. The last thing I desire is to disconcert our prodigal empress. I just thought I would try smiling permanently and uncompromisingly, rather than re-snorting all those disgruntled expressions I usually trot out. Hashtag, I've been cutting back on the horse puns too, as you can see. Why the F would you want to do that? It was on Mulan's suggestion, actually. Huh? Oh, I guess you must not have heard. She and I have developed quite a strong and stable moral allegiance recently. Dang. Hashtag disclaimer, hashtag less impressed than I sound. That matchup makes no glubbing sense, dude. Hashtag cats plus horse, hashtag for the win. Exactly. Who would have thought? If you asked me before we all died whether I would consider romantically pairing with a ridiculous midblood, let alone Miss Leon of all people, I'd probably have died regardless, due to laughter-induced asphyxiation. Hashtag, if you're going to go, hashtag, go out with a smile. But do you know what it was that finally cleared the sweat-steamed-induced fog from my goggles? It was meeting our post-scratch counterparts. Hashtag dancesters. Or shall I say, hashtag dressage-cesters? Seeing our corresponding young Alternians, why, it threatened to produce a tear-induced flood on the inside of my goggles. Hashtag, which naturally I would drain right away through the custom sweat valves. Their relationship, in spite of the strong class disparity, I found to be so moving, so pure. It made me reconsider my perspective on Mulan entirely, who, hoarsely, I hardly given a second thought. It's funny, don't you think? How our young ancestors took a completely different social configuration, making for some rather odd pairings, both platonic and otherwise. A whole host of counterintuitive minglings, up and down the hemo spectrum with no regard for class compatibility, and yet it all seems to make a strange amount of sense. Nay, I might just go so far as to say it's oddly rather elating, or no, perhaps what I mean is some of their Alternian indiscretions feel a bit, I don't know, naughty? Oh, that's not what I mean either. Pardon my mouth. Now you'll probably mistake me for some kind of physically deviant. Hashtag, my mouth is quite today. Man, why y'all still acting like you give a heap of manure about dating down the spectrum? You and Nitro been a thing for how long now? Yes, but no one was supposed to know about that. That was always to be my own private, exploration. I had no intention of creating such a stir-up. Hashtag, though I have literally sniffed such items before, pun and notwithstanding. It was only to be a very private, fleeting dalliance with the boy, but the whole thing became so quickly scandalized. Hashtag, a spur-of-the-moment affair, really. And soon others were whisked into it, such, in the vengeful rust blood, and well, imagine my embarrassment. Trust me, the last thing I wanted was royalty such as yourself to know I was pursuing forbidden blood. To be caught with my hoof in the chocolate jar, soda knicker. Ew. And I suppose I would have clocked my hands to the matter after the big ruffle, but I guess I didn't expect to fall in love. It's true. I'm not ashamed to say it. I fell mane over hooves, phantom snout over phantom hindquarters. He stole my breath away. Hashtag with but a roguish glance. My life story alert, do not care. My apologies, your excellency. Just tell me why paling up with Mew means you have to make that terrible face now. She taught me to get in touch with my anger. Through a moderately discernible series of enthusiastic mimes, she has made it clear that it is much healthier to crush all negative emotions beneath the stampede of positivity, and to always be cheerful and upbeat no matter what, even if projecting that facade is at times physically painful. Hashtag such as hashtag all times. That is some shit sauce advice, and you should give it up, Holmes. Yes, very well. Is this better? Much. Oh my goodness. It's just like a meeting all the cuties. Ask Horace to join? Respectfully, your superlative magnificency, I do not think that would be advisable. Well, Shaka of the Centauri, hashtag horse pun, hashtag this girl, hashtag on fire. Of course, I will if you order me to without hesitation, but lately I've been attempting to canter down a trail of nonviolence. I've been saddled for so long with anger and hostility, and now my focus is on solving problems in ways that do not involve confrontation or physical strength. Hashtag soon I may be able to say strength without shouting. Technology can solve so many problems, for instance. Did you have any idea how much energy is stored in sweat, which may be released through its steam? Have you any clue as to the might of a quadrupedal automaton powered by raging currents of steam coursing through its exquisite horizontal torso and finally jetting through a perfect pair of metal nostrils? I could build as many as you like, my empress. No, I think I will pass on taking an army of snow and horse spots with me. Hashtag, unless you build those suckers out of gold. So, that's all you do is build stupid shit that runs on your sweat now? Cause I could really use a guy with muscle. I know you've seen the skull dude, but he is ripped! Hashtag, kinda hot, actually. Oh, no, that's far from my only preoccupation. I've also taken some time to perfect the art of humor. Would you like to hear a joke? Oh, no. Hashtag, fine. A horse trots into a thirst shanty, his muscular shoulders slouched, his noble head hanging low. The dairy jerk observes the great beast is clearly despondent and asks, "Why the long face?" The hot goddammit, I am royally ordering you to stop doing that face forever. At once, my lady. My formerly perky visage withdraws while my fully erect posture shrivels at your regal disapproval. I shall henceforth emote in my customary manner as such. Respect. Bring me a horse and I am yours forever. Oh, what a cute. They're all such cutes. You got some Phytospawn eggs. You can go use one of these in the host plush back there. It honestly sounds like a childless waste of time, but little do you know that Phytospawn's key demographic is your age group. You are the suckerfish. It's you. And that's where I will get my horse. Examine bubble. This bubble contains Damara's memory of a huge quartz obstacle. Only she can remove it. Stickin' witch. She never makes it easy, does she? But yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I know what I'm doing here. Click the map link below the game for hot tips. Well, let's go talk to some hot tits. And, I'm wishing that I could read kanji at this point. Because I have a voice for her, but I would need translation. What's that sound? You listen closely to the chest. You can hear something flapping around in there. This thing looks tight. Airtight. Whatever's in there might run out of ghost oxygen soon. Alas, this chest appears to have an extremely complicated lock. There's no way you can open it. You'll need to find someone who's handy with gadgets. Talk to Damara? So, Megiddo. Here we are again. I guess. Please tell me this reunion is as awkward for you as it is for me. Not gonna say nothing, huh? Just gonna stand there and leave me wriggling on the hook during this frosty silence. Come on, you know the biz, at least do something to break the ice. Thank you. Hey, you didn't by any chance kidnap Nitram's losers, did you? Or steal all his dorky Phytospawn loot? I thought we were past this. Don't tell me you still torment the guy after eternity. あなたの do I can't read that. It's dual folk. Oh, あなたの dual folk will something root. Need and kanji I can't read. Well, fuck. Go fuck yourself with your double-ended trident. Oh, okay. Do what to myself twice and my double what exactly? God damn, your weird accent is thick as ever. あなたにを減るためにI know that kanji is 10. But I can never tell if it's chi or sa. I think that's sa. Sa de wa nai. あなたはあなたので私を蹴るのだろうかまたな。または Holy shit. あなたは私のをぐのだろうか I can understand some of what she's saying, but I really can't read kanji. Except for certain ones. 私はあなたのに私のをじるようにしたな。したたい? If I had the roumaji, I'd be able to read this off like no problem. What? Did you just tell me to buy something or screw I give up? Language barrier would be a fucking mother global. Well then, I'll look for some transliterations of her speech then. Well, unfortunately, everybody just kind of goes with a translation, and I would rather read the roumaji, but that would require me to dig out the kanji dictionary that I'm not in current possession of, among other things. And what she says isn't really important, it's just incredibly sexual. Use Phi to spawn egg on host plush. Examine. What an utterly magnificent specimen. But if you train horse a pony hard enough, one day he might become horse-a-roni. By which I mean he will grow slightly bigger and gain no measurable advantages in combat. You will, however, be required to feed him more. Take horse a pony to Horus. Sounds good. Give horse a pony to Horus? You did it! You brought me a fine young stallion. What a beautiful gesture of friendship. I'm so fucking happy, you have no idea. Whoops, so happy I may have become loose with foul language and forgot I wasn't supposed to make that face anymore. You are, of course, free to be me whenever you wish, my lady. Sure. Dear, sweet, beautiful, dear, precious, sweet, sweet, dear, sweet horse pony. Hashtag nay. Alright. I kind of want you to go talk to your boyfriend, because you're cute. Ugh, what a disgusting friendly mess. His sacrifice was not in vain, though. He was brutally murdered from within so that a new friend could be born. Hashtag, you hum the Fight to Spawn theme song while gently weeping. I love the music in this flash. Talk to Rufio? Hey, man! Oh, hey. Still making that face, I see. Yes, I really enjoy making this face. It really helps remind me through persistent facial discomfort that appearing to be happy should always be one's top priority. Why, you don't find it displeasing, do you? No, it's, yeah, it's alright, Horace. The look is really, something else. Wow. Really, I could stop making the face. Mina recently ordered me to stop making it in her presence, and I, of course, instantly complied. I would be just as readily do the same for someone as important as you. That's cool, but yeah, that's fine. Really, I can dig the look, I guess. Just do whatever you're feeling with it. Hashtag, except for maybe hashtag pointing it at me so much. Rufio, your affable malleability continues to be your finest quality. It is the jewel in your mohawk. A true diamond in the roof. Rough? If it's supposed to be Ruffio, I'm gonna, like, eat my fucking hat. Because it doesn't sound like it should be Ruffio. It's Rufio. You always were the ideal embodiment of your aspect, as pleasantly wayward and fickle as the breeze itself. Yeah, thanks. I should probably try to work on that, though. Of course, we always strive to hone our craft, ever pounding at the iron to make the shoe a perfect shape. I know well how much work it takes. No, I didn't mean, like, to be more like that. I mean, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. My path was similarly governed by my aspect. For the longest time, I felt as if I was a blank sheet of paper, like I had to make myself out of nothing. And so I began to listen closely to the void within myself and corral the various personal attributes I heard calling to me. Much like assembling a complex machine, I began to piece together a strong identity, which of course included discovering a passion for mechanics itself. And needless to say, what also galloped out of the void in my soul was the realization that I am obviously a noble hoof beast, though my physical appearance cruelly betrays this fact. Hi, Horace, I think we need to talk. I mean, when you get a minute. And in following sleeps, I would keep turning my mechanically augmented acute equine ear back to the abyss within, and continue to discover more about myself. I would learn that I was complicated, more complicated than I ever imagined, more complicated than any mortal mind could understand a person to be. Knowing myself to be a hoofbeastkin was only grazing the surface of the pasture, merely skimming the cream from the top of the milk. I was so much more. I think maybe we should, like, see other... It turns out my body was merely the host to a highly intricate system of entities of any sort you could name, biological or mechanical, sentient or non-sentient, physical or metaphysical. My inner field of experience is shared by the souls of ancient legendary muscle beasts, a range of devices such as high-fold appliances, a number of cosmological features such as planets, star systems, even several universes, and a variety of abstract concepts which sentient beings have not yet formed a language to express. Like, don't get me wrong, we had some good times together. It's been great, really. But maybe it's time to, I don't know. But as much as I learned about myself, I could never find a way to become whole. The void was never filled until you came along, Rufio. Oh, man, that's... wow. If there's any lesson I would like people to take from my story, it is a lesson that a multiple system consisting of two distinct lessons. The first is how love heals all wounds, even ones consisting of the infinite essence of void permeating your entire existence and role as a legendary hero. The second is how if you are faced with any crisis of identity whatsoever, it's really important to do your best to manufacture esoteric features of your personality and believe in them very strongly and tell people about those things as frequently as possible. I can assure you right now the labor involved in smithing my personality into one that is interesting and complicated was rather intensive. I really worked up a good sweat in the process. That is the sweat dripping from my face. Hey, yo, that's some dog. And anyway, I apologize for talking so much. You know how you have a way of drawing the breath out of people. What were you trying to tell me? Oh, yeah. Never mind. Oh, babies. Poor little babies. Okay, so that's all you can really do with him. Time to go confront Damara then. Oh, I can talk to Mina again, can't I? I keep forgetting that that's the thing you can do. How's that? Serious question. Yes, my peerless, exalted eminency. When did you decide you was a horse? Hold up there, Mina. The question you just asked was in fact a severe microaggression against those who are stricken with deeply plated... I'm sorry. The whistle thing just reminds me of something really, really funny. Okay. We're plighted to feelings of species dysphoria. Your question was innocent enough, so I'm not about to go down the perilous road of trigger shaming, but Mina, my goodness, what you just said was catastrophically triggering. Poor Horace here will likely feel triggered for weeks because of your faultless question. Hell, even I'm feeling a little triggered by it, and I'm not under the impression I'm a horse. I think everyone within earshot was triggered by that. You feel triggered by Horace? Trigger sounds like a wonderful name for a hoof beast. See, totally triggered. Now let's let the healing begin. Hashtag so done. I mean, his belief that he is actually a majestic hoof beast is not characterized by choice. In fact, it is not even a belief. It is a fact, which we strive to respect as factual, in no small part due to his hyper-important feelings about it. Tailoring factual reality around people's critical feelings is a cornerstone of problematics, and failure to do so can only result in the release of devastating payloads of correctional words deployed to educate, heal, and rhetorically overwhelm. When asked, what did you decide you were a horse, you implied that he made a choice to craft this feature of his identity, as opposed to listening carefully to the fauna within, heeding the call of the long, ghostly snout of his body as tragically denied him, whilst feeling the subtle tingling of his phantom horsey posterior. So true, friend. Your wisdom truly transcends your degenerate, mildly nauseating mutant blood. Thank you. Now, you know how I hate to derail conversations, but I think this occasion calls for a thorough, unrelenting education on the topic, and now I shall begin my crushing harangue on this delicate subject as thusly. Oh my god, yes. Blah, blah, blah. Leave them. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Absolutely. Perilously beautiful. And now we'll let the awkward begin. Let us commence. When the ma meets the shoujo. Did concrete just kind of appear right there, or did I just imagine that? Oh, hello, Damara. I heard you were having a mechanical issue with your chest over here. Mind if I take a look? あなたは私のをいつでもすることがでました？できます。Yeah, what are we making? I think you said yes? Sorry, I really struggle with your coarse low blood accent. 私のおっぱい whoa, okay. Your breasts, no, something ni milk. You want him to milk your breasts? Okay. Well, something ide kudasai? No, please milk my breasts. I didn't quite understand that either. Something about milk? Served to you in a particular way? Yes, if you would like some milk, I can bring you some later. I'll just need to equip my steam-powered de-strengthening gloves so that they might hand you the glass without shattering it. Knife. Oh, okay, hands. Well, something shinai de kudasai. Watashi wa sore ga dafu? Okay, something ki desu. Watashi no something wo something shitsu busu? Tsubusu? Okay, something. I really need to finish my universal translations device so we can have a more coherent conversation. It's just so difficult to get the circuitry to function correctly when one insists on relying on steam power. Oh, okay. Do I attempt this? See, I can kind of, like, get a tiny fraction of what she's saying. 1 second. あなたは、oh, okay. のような私のがるクライマックスを言っていることをしてください。あなたのpenis. Okay. How does she even know penis? で、それを、something があります。You want me to bring your what to what exactly with my what? 私のにあなたのまみでのthing をこするSure? Well then. I'm gonna start skipping this because this is kind of giving me a headache. Do what with your schoolgirl uniform? I wouldn't want to do anything to ruin it. It's quite nice. But perhaps I could craft a robotic avatar for you, emulating your fashion choices. Actually, if I did that, I could install more sensible speech algorithms so I can understand you for a change. Damara, forgive me if I'm leaping to conclusions, but has the nature of your cryptic remarks been leaning, well, a little blurry? Damara? あなたは私になりたいですか? Well, at least I understood that. あなたは私にはできません. You can't be me, okay. Anata wa watashi wo something dekinai. Something. Suddenly. Anyway, あなたは私にはできません。あなたは私をすることができない。Come again? I suppose Rufio should ask. He's always been the only one who can parse your vulgar peasant tongue. You got Rufio's Lucis. Poor little guy's gasping for breath. Who could have locked him in here? Who would be so cruel? You glance at Tamara suspiciously. She doesn't bother to look at you and takes another drag. What do you mean, toke? There's definitely a big difference between a toke and a drag. Alrighty. Doko. What's with this little platform? I don't understand. Alright. Give Rufio his Lucis. Oh, you found him? Thank you so much! I was so worried, but now he's back and so are my happy thoughts. Got all kinds of confidence now. You wanna be me? My self-esteem can totally accommodate that, yo! Rufio, you're like Reno. Sure, let's be Rufio. Talk to Horace. Yo, Horace, my gangster. How you feel? Can I get a way gentle fist bump from my boy? Yeah, just like that. Yes. Hashtag, actually, that still kind of hurt. Anyway, I've been meaning to talk to you about something pretty important. About us and the future and all that. You got a minute? Okay, cool. So, yeah, where do I even start? You know we've had nothing but good times together. It's been the bomb. Well, maybe not everything. She got dicey at the start. That crazy ex, and yeah, that's not the point. You remember the way you used to be before you started being interested in me? Man, you thought I sucked. Just another low blood, not worth your time. You were so pissed at people like me and Tamara. So angry, damn. It was scary. And Tamara, she used to be nice as can be. I don't know what happened there. Talk about a personality switch. For both of you. But then for whatever reason, I guess you wanted to reach out to me? I mean, in secret, I know. You didn't want to be shamed out of your highbrow CIP club. I always dig that. I understood, you know? So you came to my woods. Never told anybody. We hung out. It's a lot to me. I want you to know that. People always had crazy ideas about me. Like I was this brave adventure guy out in this forest being a badass and shit. People they always wanted to be with me, or maybe even wanted to be me. It was all kind of whack. Even tomorrow when we were going out didn't really get me, I think. She put me on this pedestal. I mean, back before she snapped. But she saw me for who I was. Which was not a perfect guy. I wasn't really sure about myself, and you saw that. So you actually helped me. When we were in the woods together, you taught me to fight, taught me to fly, taught me to crow. Well, not literally, I mean. I knew how to do those things. I knew technically how to flap my wings and fly through the air. I knew how to say bangarang all loud if I wanted to. But that was the thing. I was scared. I was scared of flying and falling. I was scared of fighting and falling. And I was scared of crowing and sounded like an idiot, I guess. Well, but you helped me not to be so scared or self-conscious, maybe. You just helped me be myself. To just be okay with not being perfect or living up to whatever people think I should be. Maybe it's just nostalgia. There's something better about those times. Just you and me chilling in the woods. Then we entered the game. And for some reason, still don't know why, Tamara just started going a little more nuts every day, getting more and more jealous when she knew we were hanging out. And then she found out it was more than just hanging out. I guess the rest was history. And yada yada, we all died, and we've been together ever since, all this time as ghosts. Which is a long time, you know? And I'll always be grateful for what we had together, but I guess people change. Even as ghosts, they change if you give them long enough. Start wanting different things. Oh man, I'm going about this all wrong, saying way too much. Not what I want to say. I should just use the bravery you helped me understand I always had and just say it. I think we should break up. You okay, bro? Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say? My ear valves filled up with sweat. I didn't catch most of that. Hey, why don't we participate in an enjoyable activity together later? As romantic afterlife partners, we could play one of those foreign card games you seem to like. What's that one called again? Fiddle Spoon? Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Sounds, dope. I know I'm not the best partner to share your exotic and somewhat childish interests with, but I do my best to try to understand them and enjoy them with you. The most important thing is that we spend time together and maintain a strong relationship. Bangarang. Oh. Well then. Oh, that was awkward. But now that I'm, roof's cool. Damn. God, I got my Lucis back. Don't know what I'd do without the little guy. Is he even, real? You know, like the ghost of your actual Lucis, or... you know what? Not sure at all. He could just be a memory figment or something like that. Or maybe he's really his ghost. When Demara accidentally dropped a hunger trunk on him way back, crushed his little body, I always dreamed I might meet up with him again in the afterlife. So when I found him here, I guess I didn't want to think about it much. I was just happy to see him. He is my happy thought after all. I can't really bring myself to do much without him. Like fly, fight, grow. Hashtag, you know, the basics. Truth. Remember when I was young, just a little run out there trying to make it in the world? People would look at me funny because my wings were growing in, and it really freaked people out, yo. So I got way self-conscious and didn't feel at home out there. With everybody eyeing me up like that. So one night my Lucis led me into the woods, and I found this whole baller village with tree houses and rope ladders. I was like, hashtag shouted bangarang so loud you didn't even know. That's when I became an official member of the Lost Weeaboos. Hey, okay, so can we not actually talk about the Lost Weeaboos? Can that just not be a conversation we have? Well, listen, your story's cool, but there's some junk that's just so silly I can't even try to abide. Yeah, I guess. But anyway, they were my boys. Better pasta you couldn't hope to chill with. Shit on troll anime, all that. Oh, for God's sake. Hashtag no. Fist bumped into heart out there. Crazy times. I think those were formative soups for me. I learned to love a lot of things I still do to this day. Between you and me, it's the days I could just jam with her about troll anime. No, you know how it is. Okay, why do you thinking nerds insist on calling it troll anime? I gotta ask. Don't you realize prefacing anything with troll inside the context of troll culture is redundant as fuck? Why don't you just call them cartoons? Yeah, I dig that. Never thought about that. Huh. Hashtag deep. It's okay, I get that stuff isn't like for everyone. People say it's just for wigglers, and kind of assumed one day I'd grow out of it, but I guess I never did. Then again, we all died, and now we really are young forever. Just like the prophecy of the Lost Weeaboos said. Whoa, spooky. I always thought it was a load of BS. Shit. Whoops, you just said Lost Weeaboos again, thus failing the conversation. And the mortal hand gesture words of the late great Mule Leon. I'm so done. I need to respond and get my charger. Shit. Like, fell back into my chair. It's a good thing I didn't have the camera on. Alright, we'll talk to Demara. Hey, doll. Don't suppose you had anything to do with the recent disappearance of my Lucis, did you? Yeah, sure, like I believe that. Like I'm not onto your tricks by now. So, no, not yet. I tried, I just couldn't do it. It's hard, you know? It's so cold, girl. Why can't you let the past go? Anyway, once I actually do get up the nerve to break it to him, don't we think of this as your big chance with me? It's over between us for good. Kind of for obvious reasons. So just friends, you dig? Huh. Yeah, I figured you'd be like that. Anyway, Mina kind of needs to keep going through this bubble. I know you like to make it difficult for everyone all the time, but you think you could get rid of that big iceberg thing you dropped over there? Ie kun. Ie kun. What? Aw, oh, come on. Do it for me tomorrow. Yeah, no. Wow. Alright, maybe just go. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think it sounded like you're trying to wish me luck in my upcoming battle. Hey, thanks, Megiddo. Maybe I had you all wrong. ない。あなたはそうしなくた What? ない。あなたはそうしかった。I've probably been a bitch to you for no reason. Let's forget all that shit ever happened. Hey, how about a hug? But watch where you're putting that hand. Apology accepted. Hey, get around to moving that huge constellation yet? Kinda in a hurry here. Nope. Not gonna move it. Stop the course. Excuse me? Huh. Horse style. Horsey style? Oh, shit. Oh, I see you've taken an interest in this fine, albeit diminutive steed given to me as a gift earlier. Isn't it wonderful? I shall feed it many an apple, and it will grow to be strong. Yeah. I don't... Do what with your horns? Ride what now? You want me to... Something about... hay? You would like me to perform... What rhythmic behavior exactly? While making which animal noise? Do what with... Wait. All of you? Oh, wouldn't that be quite a lot of Damaras, regardless of the activity you were trying to describe? Yeah. Trying to decode your speech is quite agitating, you know. Whenever I talk to you, my system gets a little switchy. I begin to faintly channel an alternate soul from Alternia, and I come very close to understanding you, but then it vanishes just as quickly, and my host vessel is left with nothing but an overwhelming experience of perspiration. Not that I would expect a lowly rust-blooded singleton like you to understand. Freak. Well, okay. Cool. You got an East Beforean scroll. It is covered in mysterious runes. If only there were some way for laypersons to translate this absurd gibberish. tinyurl.com/DamaraMegiddo. Okay. Oh. Oh, cool. Well, if I had known this was here, I can just use Google Translate to get the roumaji and learn how to say all the things that she's saying. Very neat. Now, if I had been equipped with that before I started this adventure, that would be pretty handy, so I could just read off all the roumaji. I might go back through and do something about that, but, oh, I can go to the next part is tomorrow? Cool, I guess. Damara, do you mind? We're having a private conversation here. Please, leave us alone. We'll talk later, okay? She's making me slightly uncomfortable. That's her specialty. Just ignore her until she goes away. Precious. So how many different people can I go here? Wait, there's something different about this door. You'd think it might be a real door. It's not someone's memory like the rest of this place is. The meteor must be physically passed into the dream bubble again. You'd love to get in here and snoop around somehow, but the door's password protected. There's gotta be someone around here who knows the password. Who else can I bring here? Oh my goodness, the possibilities are endless! I mean, it's an interactive quest, but I can totally be Damara and go in there? Well, okay then, sense that does not make. Now, there's supposed to be an Easter egg with Hussy in here somewhere, but I have no clue where that might be. Listen in on conversation. Ah, seems we have company. Guess we should wrap this up. I'm very happy you came to see me. I hope you'll bear in mind what I have said. Yes, I surely will. And I'm happy too. About... Yes. You have important work ahead of you. The legacy of our race is in your hands. I know you will make me proud. Okay, thank you. Okay, cute. Very cute. Alright, Kanya, I need the password. Oh, snap a fish, it's Popo Air Games and Miriam look like kid. What are you ladies living over here? Nothing, I was just leaving. Oh yeah, where to? Back to your meteorite, because that's where I'm headed. Can't get through the door, though. Can I get your password? Pardon me? No. Come on. Mina, what are you doing? Don't hassle her for private information. It's rude. Come on! I'm being nice about it. Are you actually? I'm fucking smiling, ain't I? Well, I was going in there anyway. I won't give you my password, but you can follow me, I guess. But you can only remain as long as I'm escorting you. The fuck? Why? Because I don't trust you. Oh, man. But I'm cool. You should wise the fuck up and start thinking I'm cool. You're right, with a sales pitch like that, I would have to be an imbecile not to crave your company. Hashtag human sarcasm. What you got against me, Miriam Cologne? I think you're probably a sociopath. I've given enough of my time to such characters in the past. You got me all wrong, girl. What I gotta do to make you my friend, Miriam sequel? My name is Kanaya. Alright, Kanaya it is. Someday I'll come up with a good fish pun way of saying that. That's how you know our shit will be tight. He's like crying frustration. Just either way, I will well behave and win you over. You'll see. Be Kanaya? Yes. We'll talk to Porama for a second. Let's stay in touch, Kanya. Come looking for me in your dreams anytime you like. And be sure not to let that one too far out of your sight. Scrawl, damn it. Kids got no respect for royalty these days, and I about had it up to here. Please, you aren't even mad. You just want an excuse to use more fish puns. Megame, stop being such an astute judge of character. Enter password. And enter. What's in here? Ugh, more troll blood, why? As you prepare to lob it at the dark shaft below, you catch a whiff of it. Hold on. It smells fruity? You guess it was a false alarm. This appears to be some form of delicious juice. You're bad. Wait, I didn't mean to go in a transition-y place. You got a boombuck! Yay! Okay, you can't even pretend to be excited about this. You get the feeling that whoever was stocking these chests just started running out of treasure assets. You put the phoned-in item back in the chest. But a little later, Mina sneaks back over here and takes the boombuck and snatches it into her nautically themed hot pink clamshell-shaped purse, which you've never seen her rendered with, but she's totally something that exists in the most canonical way possible. There, now you know. Cool. Sounds adorable. Adorable. Yes. Oh, shit, it's Rose and Dave. Talk to Dave! Sup? Wait, what's going on? Is the meteor passing through another dream bubble? Yes. Hence the ghost who is following me. Oh. Hey. What? Don't you... What, you don't talk now? You were pretty spunky before, what happened? She is exhibiting her best behavior while on this tour. She actually is doing quite well so far. Okay, whatever. So are we just not even bothering to care about when we pass through dream bubbles now? Like, no warning or alert or getting into our facetious battle stations or anything? Who cares, actually? I probably won't even leave the room this time. Getting a little bored of ghosts, actually. No offense, Cetril. On his desk, right? Shh. So what were you just mumbling over here before I interrupted you? Oh, just some raps. Been working on my raps. You've heard my raps, right? Want to hear some raps? Wait, do you know what a rap is? It's this fly human tradition where you drop a beat and talk hard. If the flow checks out and your rhymes are dope enough, and the police start unholstering their guns. They can't help it, it's like reflexive. That's how you know you're doing it right. I know what your raps are. They're basically the same as the ancient art form of Alternian slam poetry, but more primitive and generally involving less lyrics about towering muscular livestock. Slam poetry. Why didn't you tell me about this? I don't know. I don't really have much interest in the subject. Yeah, but it should have come up. Wait, now that I think about it, I remember some weird troll was rapping at me once. Well, there you go. But I mean, we could have been talking about rap all this time. You and me, I mean. It would have come up if we talked more. Kanye, we should talk more. We don't really talk enough. Like, really just get down to fucking business. Just the two of us. All conversationally and such. Really, like, flesh out this dynamic. See what's there. Goddamn will squeeze blood from the stone. This awkwardly quiet ghost troll is my witness. If you are successful in extracting blood from the geological material in question, can I have it? Aw, man. Kind of semi-self-deprecating vampire jokes is a good start. I like it. I don't know how sincere you're being, Dave. Probably only somewhat, since the rule is that everything has to be at least partially a joke, right? Yes, exactly. But if you actually want to converse and exchange views on our respective cultures, then okay, I guess that's fine. I might be able to dig up some classic texts by famous slam poets. Oh man, yes. That'd be so fucking perfect. Okay, I will see what I can do. You'll have to read the troll gibberish to me. It'll be just like story time with Carcat. Kanye edition. Sure. But you'll have to rap the words. Oh. Pump up the bass and slaughter the mic. I want to goddamn feel that slam poetry. Is it too late to back out of this? Yes. Well, it's official. After a brief interlude, I totally ship these two now. Yay! But I ship pretty much everybody. Wait, is this the computer room? Or just a computer room? Looks like they decked it the fuck out. Okay, now I can be Dave. Hooray. Okay. What happened? What? You're not glowing anymore. Oh, right. I became so absorbed in a conversation with my ancestor I already forgot she taught me how to. Switch off. Oh, so you did go talk to her. Yes. That's great. How did it go? Very well. She is very nice and as a person is as impressive as I was imagining her to be. But not nearly as intimidating, really. I knew you wouldn't regret it if you got up the nerve to talk to her. What did she say besides a few vampire-to-vampire skin-dimming pointers? Many things. Primarily encouraging me to pursue my prior obligation to my people. Oh? She said she used to eschew her role rather vehemently. The duties of our caste were quite limiting in both worlds, it seems. So she renounced them completely and wanted a different life. But she also said something to the effect that she found that it wasn't really necessary to reject that role completely. And the same is true for me. As long as I know within that I am free. And if my decision is to embrace my path, then it can be a source of strength. Then you want to try to restore your race again? I had begun to think you'd lost hope in that possibility. It's true there's no orb anymore. She said it may be very difficult, but there's no hope if I don't try. That's true. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But such is the nature of adventures. You can't be scared of adventures. I think I'm excited about it now. I can tell. We can work on it together when we arrive. Maybe the session we're about to explore will offer some answers. I hope so. Hey, you aren't permanently deglowed now, are you? Oh no, I can flip it back on. See? Turns out it's just a silly biological parlor trick. Oh, good. You had me worried for a moment. Sorry. I know how you enjoy a good source of light. Light is one of my favorite things. Please don't take this as fighting words, but my aspect is simply the best there is. I can be Rose too. Cool. After I'm done showing Mina around the place. You got an empty bottle. You guess you'll just kind of put it over there with the other bottles. Hashtag boring treasure. Okay, so now I guess... You gotta... Hey, what even is this thing? Whatever it is, you got it. Looked like something from Kingdom fucking Hearts. You got a can of Earth Tab. The mayor had a couple of these stowed in his racks for safekeeping. He has decided to store them in chests now, which, unbeknownst to him, are the opposite of safekeeping. You crack it open and chug it. You are overwhelmed by the intense rush of sugar. This high will surely last for hours. Sugars, 0. It was like Tumblr all of a sudden. Artificial sweetener, aka poison for me. I get really sick. I'm like highly allergic to aspartame. Examine snoozing Karkat. Hey, it's your newly recruited Grand Threshucutioner. Looks like he hasn't woken up from the same nap he was having last time you talked to him. The guy must have been really tired. Why is he sleeping in this massive pile of horns? It can't be too comfortable. Maybe you should wake him up. Then as long as he's awake, might as well see if he's ready to pack his bags and head off to war. Hold on. Mariam is eyeing you suspiciously. She isn't on your plan, or onto your plan, is she? How could she know? This girl is really cramping your style. You try to shake her loose, but as a rainbow drinker, she seems to have an absolutely insane fastness attribute. Whatever you're thinking, don't even try it. What? Wasn't thinking nothing. Let's keep moving. Aww. They're such cutes. Arnia, again? Okay, cool. I have a feeling that this is like kind of the end though, so I guess I'll go back. Okay. Let's be Dave, I guess. You shattered the ring, but there's more cracks in your wrap. I'm at top of your glass because devastation's on tap. Wait, no. I couldn't suffer a dig with a puppet in your lap. What? Man, where'd that come from? You shattered the ring, but there's more cracks in your wrap. It feels like 1 minute that goes good with a nap. Yes. Shit, let's be rails with the shoes to your pad. Wait, that makes no fucking sense. No, I'll stick with the milk one. Y'all claim to the lore time. You make me feel as bored with your rhymes. That's okay, I guess. I still feel like I should work puppets into this. No idea why. What rhymes with puppets? Smuppets. Dave knows it's the same fucking thing. Muppets. The fuck? The only thing that rhymes with puppets is different kinds of puppets. Whoa. Hey, how much of that did you hear? By the tenor of the question, I'll assume more than you would prefer. All that shit was a work in progress. Ain't fit for hype yet. Why you gotta be eavesdropping? I wasn't. I was just standing here and you slowly wandered over in a totally oblivious stupor. You were mumbling your rhymes and walked right up to me and did not notice until now. Shit. Was I... Sorry, I guess I just got caught up in my raps. Do more! What? No. I can't. Those rhymes are still too rough around the edges. Come on. No, it'll suck. I mean, I could freestyle a bit, I guess. I don't know if I got a live performance in me now. Maybe it could work if someone dropped a beat. Need a good beat? I could probably kill it with a live beat. I can't even. I say, no, wait. Chum chum fish, chum chum fish. Aw, yeah. That fish beat is the shizzle. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, settle down, motherfuckers. Here we go. They then proceeded to have one of the most ambiguously rated rap-offs in the history of Paradox Space while I stood by and regarded it neutrally. That's adorable. Alright, talk to Rose. Rose, quit all the clanking around over here. I can't concentrate on my raps. What in the sweet religious name of Jesus H. Dick are you doing with all these bottles? Just a little alchemy. Alchemy. What kind of shitty thing are you alchemizing with this crap? Are you alchemizing bottles with other bottles to make, like, super bottles? Hashtag Rose E-bottles? No, believe it or not, I'm actually focused on the content of the bottles. You're a pretty good hike from the alchemeters. The alchemy I'm practicing is a little more old-fashioned. You know, there was a time on Earth when alchemy didn't refer to a process whereby a large device used game constructs to materialize some idealized version of an object out of thin air. Alchemists used to experiment with various substances to transmute them into something more valuable. Its more pedestrian and scientifically credible cousin would be chemistry, which I guess is the technical term for mixing shit together. Which, strictly speaking, more accurately describes what I'm doing. So what, you're doing science now? Who do you think you are, your mom? Wait, that sounded like a lame burn again. Every time I talk about your mom, it sounds like a burn. Who do you think you are, my mom? Wait, scratch that. Every time I start talking about her as my mom, things just start snowballing down our dumb conversational ski slope, and suddenly Sigmund Freud and King Oedipus start banging each other's hot moms at some kind of depraved sex mom swap party. And thanks for the imagery. It was almost as graphic as it made no sense. So what are you making? Beverages. Beverages? What kind of beverages? Tasty beverages, I hope. Apple juice? Please let it be AJ, please let it be AJ, please let it be AJ. I'll see what I can do. OMG. OMG. Hashtag OMG. Fuck, yes. She gets way too sexually excited by apple juice. I'll wander off and find Carkles. Oh, wait, don't want to go up. Okay, this is just fucking stupid now. What? I'm asleep, but I guess the meteor is physically passing through the bubble I'm dreaming in. And then my dream phantom, or whatever the fuck you're supposed to call this version of yourself, is actually in the same physical location as my sleeping body. I've just been standing here watching myself sleep in the horn pile. It's official. We've breached a critical threshold of bulge-numbing idiocy. Huh. What do you even call this dreaming instance of ourselves? It can't be dream self because that's already a thing, as in the version of yourself on Durst or Prospect. But that was more like a physical real self that just happened to serve as a backup life. This is something totally different, like a weird hologram. Hey, am I tangible to you? Touch me. What? Just give me a little poke. No. Don't be like that. Just man up and touch me. Maybe just brush my cheek gently with the back of your hand. Something unambiguously platonic like that. No, fuck you. I'm not caressing your dream hologram. You have a really tragically under-inquisitive mind, Dave. This is for science. If science was up to you, humanity would never have come anywhere close to rising to the level of pathetic inferiority it was barely able to achieve as it was. You look really tired, man. Your sleep phantom should curl up with your napping meat torso in the horn pile and try to score some shut-eye. Yeah, well, maybe I just do that, asshole! Okay. Up to it. No, not while you're watching. Man, our conversations can be so embarrassing. I'm so glad we managed to have most of them in private. Yeah, me too. Solix. I guess I can't be Karkat, but I can certainly look at his sleeping body. I can't interact with it, though. Oh, I can. Examine snoozing Karkat. So many horns. I've always wondered what the elusive juggalo troll even needs with so many horns. You think he may have some sort of problem? Also, what is it with trolls and their weird tendency to be found sleeping in horn piles? You can't even imagine a less comfortable place to nap. There are some things you will never understand. I think they have a good sexual tension, but that might just be me. Okay, only Mina can go that way, so that means it must be the end. So I guess I could be Rose. Toxicania? Not to harp on the issue, but now that you can switch on and off, so to speak, how often do you think you'll resort to phosphorescence? I don't know. What do you think? Well, which state is more comfortable? I could go either way. I'll probably switch on if I'm walking through a dark corridor. Now that I think about it, it's been a long time since I could even be in the dark. Maybe I'll leave it off for a while and refamiliarize myself with the experience of non-illumination. Makes sense. Was this a biological feature common to other trolls? I'm sorry, I'm really pestering you about this, aren't I? We've never talked about it. I guess I was trying to be polite, but I've been really curious about it. No, that's okay. I'm told it's a trait confined to those of my caste. They tended to spend a lot of time in the brooding caverns, where a convenient source of light was often handy. And that part of it makes sense to me, but I have no idea what the evolutionary purpose was for the sort of thirst which accompanies this perk. Strikes me as an odd liability, but what do I know? Maybe to frighten predators away from innocent grubs? Maybe. Or perhaps it was a measured defect imposed on us, to keep the auxiliatrices on a short leash. I'll agree with that assessment on the grounds that I've always been a sucker for a good conspiracy theory. The condition was often glamorized in certain works of literature, but there's really nothing that great about it. Not nearly as useful as other abilities, like the psychic gifts to which some lowbloods are predisposed to. Though I guess it's pretty useful if you want to keep the plans you made after someone punches a hole through your gut. I can see how that would present a whole world of convenience. Speaking of plans, doing anything later? Not really. I'm working on some stuff right now, but maybe once you've finished escorting your guest around, would you like to do something? Sure. Anything in particular you have in mind? Not really, just to hang out, if you're up for it. Yeah, that sounds okay. Holy mackerel, get a fucking room. I like Rose's theme. Yamsey? You better not let Kanya find you in here. She still hates you, you know. And not in that way. I think she still truly would like to kill you. Yeah, I almost motherfucking knew that already. I've wondered, does it ever get confusing, trying to differentiate between platonic, malicious intent and gestures of black romance? No. Not gonna even give a dig little chainsaw bitch like that on my time of day in any quadrant. Besides, I already got my black rom on with another motherfucker. Been taking somebody in the motherfucking shadows. Getting pretty nasty between us. I'll experiencing the shit out of a dark miracle called hate bliss. Wait, really? Who? Carcat? No. Dave? No. Not the mayor? No. Wait. Terzi? Honk. Are you serious? Do a motherfucking look like a motherfucking joke around with the motherfucker? I can't even parse that relationship as something meaningful. What? It's simple, motherfucker. She all gets on her hate of me quite understandably, seeing as to what a vile piece of clown-ass trash I'm all is. But doesn't quite hate me enough to want to kill me. This is a really startling revelation, I must say. It's a game changer. Hey, please don't tell all that noise to anyone. If Carcat motherfucking knew on this, he actually would want to kill me. Yes, I can see the dilemma you're in. Your social dynamics really begin to get complicated once your quadrants start to fill up, don't they? Motherfuck yeah, they motherfucking do. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. No, Shu, back to the ventilation system with you, before you're spotted. Carcat said from atop the towering heap of hilarious clown accessories. It's a good thing he's sleeping, I suppose. And I guess I could speak to Dave one more time, right? Well, after this message. Fish punk troll following Kanya around. Seems she's passing through. Kanya doesn't want her to cause trouble. Cause trouble? What the fuck could she even do here? Like, kick over an old pile of garbage and cause the property value to fall even lower than jack shit? I say let her go nuts. Feel free to take it up with Kanya. But if you authorize her to flip a bitch, just make sure she's nowhere near my chemistry table. Yeah. You can't be dropping your vials and shit all over the floor. The only one who got the clearance to do that shit is me. Dwarf. Don't even hate. Been shoring up my motherfucking craft over here. I know. I've been in the same room, right over there, listening to you mumble lyrics to yourself for the last couple hours. Rose, you know what sucks? Yes. To which sucky thing are you referring? It kind of just occurred to me while I was spitting ill verse to no end. I got this weird feeling I might be getting, like, a little dated. Is this about Sarazate? What? No. Don't give me disingenuous word. Don't be disingenuous word, girl. You know what I'm saying. I mean, sort of passe. Like a lumbering pop reference dinosaur. Remember when we were both kind of stuck in 2009? Oh, remember, we were both kind of stuck in 2009. So I'm, like, pop culturally frozen in that period. All my references feel like they might be getting a little stale. Even the Earth ended and all, and there's no culture after that point anyway. But still, I can feel it. Like in my bones. I just know on some hypothetical Earth that it kept going, my shit is starting to get so lame. And I know it doesn't matter because it's just us here, so who cares? But I care. It's a matter of integrity. I'm a fucking artist. Like, I think if I make one more rap about, like, some fucking Dane Cook movie from 2008 to piss Carcat off or some tired bullshit like that, I'm going to, I don't know. I'll just start feeling like a fraud. My game might be drying up, bros. But it's not my fault. Like, I'm totally hostage to this freeze-dried backlog of cultural garbage that can never move forward again. So I have to pick through it like I'm looting a fucking tomb while still all trying to act rap sassy. Like, yeah, take that, motherfuckers. Of the past. All up in your mass grave somewhere in the dead Frogiverse. I've been representing some goddamn standards about your media, do you feel me? I'm depressing myself here. All I'm saying is, it would be cool to have some fresh shit to work with. Like, just to know what the world would be like in the year it would be for us now. Which would be 2011, I guess. Wow, 2011? Really? Damn. I just want to know what would have happened. There's so much shit we were primed for. It's gonna be exciting. Like, Barack Obama just turned president, remember that? We never got to see if he fixed the economy. Remember how you were dying to see if he fixed the economy? You were asking me about it, like, every damn day? Just joking, nobody gave a shit about that. But, like, I never got to check out the next batch of Stiller jams and see how bad I could mock them. We never got to find out how the Midnight Crew adventure ended. If ever. Rose? Rose? What the fuck, man? Why'd you go back to your bottles and shit? It was right in the thick of a hella elocution. Don't give me that. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I do actually want you to come back over here. I'm waiting. Fine, here I am. Wow, that was so hard. Or was that so hard? This is what civilized people do, Rose. They fucking talk to each other, like, actually in each other's fucking vicinities. You just have a tendency to go on for a while. I assume you progress to the traditional mumbling monologue stage of Stridarian discourse. No, it's not even a thing. I was actually, like, trying to get your take. Take on what? I don't even know. I bet John would have stuff to say. He's probably going through the same frozen fucking caveman from 2009 syndrome as me. Actually, what I'm saying to you, this is a caveman from 1997. Like, he would give a shit as long as he's got his Cage DVDs. Oh, I saw him the other night. What? In a dream. It was very brief, only a few minutes. I waved to him and then woke up. Whoa, what was he doing? He was fighting Jack. Actually, he was doing quite well. Oh, man. You have to tell me about all this. I will. Later, though. I'd like to get back to work. Okay, when? Tonight? I have plans tonight. How about tomorrow? Plans? What plans? Just some plans. Can I come? No. Fuck, fine. Tomorrow, then. Maybe I'll just stream my own John tonight and we'll have an awesome time without you. What do you think about that? Fuck you. She's like, homosexual! Okay. So, I suppose that covers it. I feel bad for Dave, though. Like, that level of depression is really rather strong. I mean, his focus was on pop culture, and there's no such thing anymore because there's nothing to refer to anymore. It's dead. Earth is gone. Or at least the Earth he came from. Since he's right in saying various iterations of Earth do still exist in some form of string theory. But, you know, when you start to lose interest in the things that you're really passionate about, especially for no discernible reason, or at least a reason that really is pretty fucking depressing, that's depression. And it's really sad. Probably because the worst part is, there's nobody to help them. Absolutely nobody. Alright, status report. Well, hashtag kelp. I'm a total failure. Didn't recruit a single ghost from my army. Except for one guy, but he was asleep. Don't lose hope. I know our group of friends is a bit lackluster in the motivation department, but there's still plenty of other souls out there. You just need to find someone with the right amount of moxie to get you started, and then I'm sure more will follow. Who knows, if you keep exploring, maybe someone like that will be right around the corner.
You seem more excited about my army plan than you did before. What's with the change of tuna?
I've started to believe that what you're doing may be important. Just a feeling. It could be every bit as critical to my quest to find the cherub. As my quest, okay. I think it could be related, like legs of a stool that won't stand unless all are in place. Hashtag, or prongs of a fork, if you will.
How is cherub quest going, by the way?
Okay. I've still been a little preoccupied.
Girl, please. You've been dragging your talking booth around and asking people with facts, ain't you?
This is my last session, I swear. After this, I promised myself I will retire to the exposition stand for good. Maybe I'll put it up for sale and try to recoup some of the substantial losses required to operate it.
Aranea, we are such failures at stuff together. Why are we such a couple of gorgeous and sexy failures at things?
I don't know, but we can't give up. Once I close down shop here, I will redouble my efforts to find that cherub. The first thing to do will be to figure out her name. It's been so maddeningly elusive, almost as if someone's taken care to scrub any references to it through paradox space, whether in memories or reality.
Okay, then how about this? While I'm out there fishing for recruits, I'll keep an ear out for clues about her. And while you're out there cherub hunting, maybe you can see if anyone wants to serve at a little contest and slam a new Imperial army. It'll be Team Fork.
That sounds like a great plan. Now let's hurry this up so we can get started on that. What would you like me to tell you about in exchange for the precious few boombucks I have left?
We'll find out soon.
Just now realized that I forgot to talk to Damara about joining the army. But I don't think I can actually get back to that point. I can try.
Succeed in relatively little time.
Alright.
So guess what? I'm building an army to kill the Lord. Shell, oh shell. Hashtag AKA. Hashtag C-Law. Like, you could give a fuck about saving reality or wouldn't just be a huge backstabbing liability out there. But just for shits and cuddles, I'm sort of wondering, back when we like kind of ruined each other's shit because of that whole cycle of revenge deal, and I end up dying and God's here and all. Remember that? Alright, not sure I followed that, but I'll assume it's some weird skanky sass. But what I want to know is, after the fight, did I hurt you bad enough that you maybe crawled off and died somewhere? Like in a quest cocoon? Well, you may be all bloodied up from all those forkins, and then maybe along comes a friend with a maddening ability to hold a grudge against you for the ways you fuck him over. Maybe trotting along this new robo horse body and suit your bloody torso up on its back. Galloped off to your cocoon and draped you on a slab while probably not having the nerve to finish you off. Is ringing any bells? Hashtag like the ones in your baddie as fuck goddamn belfry. I'm asking if you are a god tier, you inscrutable fishwife. Fishwife? Holy mackerel, getting info out of you is like prying a pearl from a slutty murderous clam. Yeah, I know clams don't make pearls. Look, I just misspoke. It was a hasty burn, okay? Don't be calling up my authority on the ocean, D-Meg. You know what got all watery junk on lock. Who are you trying to rile up with that amateur noise? Oh my god, I can't understand you. Chill out and do what with you? Going to ask again as simple as I can. Megiddo, are you a magic immortal time fairy witch with secret butterfly wings? Yes or no? Peachy? Damara, if Horrible Conversations was a video game, you would truly be last boss. Now, where the fuck's Arnie and his little windbag stand? Let's get this jam over with already. Which is where I need to return to. And I don't feel like pausing, so you're gonna have to put up with me yapping for the moment. And yap I will do. Yap, 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 yap. Actually, it really doesn't take that long to get here, surprisingly. So here I go. Here I go, here I go. And amused by how badly Dave wanted to meet up with John. Which I kind of forgot to mention. Okay. Tell me about Rufio Nitram. The Rogue of Breath was always a very popular member of our group. Probably the most popular, I'd say. Sort of the anti-me in that respect. Ever the recipient of romantic solicitations wherever he turned, sort of the anti-Cronus in that respect. Oh yeah, sick and poor burned out of her way. High five!
Indeed. His mutation made him an outcast, though. To avoid the unwanted attention his wings would bring him, he took refuge in the forest among those who welcomed his differences and learned their ways. The Lost Weeaboos was a guild of youthful tree-dwelling troll otakus with a real zeal for fisticuffs, flight, and various forms of exotic Eastern theater. Main to the enemies of hijinks, scourge to the seafaring classes who,
nope, not listen fan to this, la la la, glub glub glub.
A glub 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 centuries of feuding with the Kimono Mimi tribes, glub glub, la 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 la, glub glub glub, ceremonial torchlight yaoi festivals, la la la, glub glub, la la la, tsundere quadrant vacillation, glub 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 glub, threw down a dagger once to challenge the guild's high seme for dominance, no, ultimately served like a shonen on Shitsuji Island.
Hey, Circuit, how much I gotta pay you to zip your blowhole on this shit so tight you never bring it up again?
For such a service, I will require nothing short of a large gold statue of your palace. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
You have a hard bargain, Cirques, but you got a deal.
They don't spell shonen or shoujo correctly, though.
Long vowels.
Horace the Hawk. The Page of Void was a self-taught master of mechanics, an avid patron of the fine arts, a passionate bodybuilder, archer, ambrosia collector, and steamwright. A poet, a scholar, a warrior, a lover, he was all that his caste demanded and more. A true troll renaissance man. His name means he who stalks with the muscle beasts. But out of all his proficiencies were hard-won, built from the blank slate as his aspect would imply, advancing at the slow pace his class would serve as well. Yet in spite of all he worked to make something of himself, he amounted very little. Responsible for neither great feats of heroism nor acts of villainy, he was just another game piece to be moved about the board. The aspect ruling his life would always conspire to dampen his relevance. Void is easily the most mysterious aspect, the one which inherently defies rational understanding. This makes it particularly fascinating and just as frustrating to light players such as myself. Casting illumination upon nothing itself is futile, for to truly know Void is to paradoxically cause it to not be. The role of the Void player is to somehow embrace nothingness, to become one with it, and yet in total contradiction with this, to make use of the power it grants and serve a rule of relevance, one must find a way to overcome it, to see the limitless potential in the Void, to find everything within nothing and bring it into being. Hey!
What?
This is a perfect case in point regarding the path of the Void player. So resistant is his story to having a relevant bearing on anything, you fell asleep and didn't hear a word.
Yeah, that's nice. Where my money?
You don't get any. Your slumber voided the transaction.
Dang.
Alright, tell me about Damara Megiddo. The Witch of Time was not always the party's biggest troublemaker. If you recall, you wore that tiara for a long time.
Yeah.
Once she was as meek as can be. Hailing from the eastern provinces, she migrated across the seas and settled near the forest concealing Rufia's guild. The two of them became quite fond of each other and shared many interests. He secretly began seeing someone else, believing she knew nothing. But she always suspected his infidelity, and over time grew quite distraught. But her sadness never quite turned to rage and malevolence. Not until you involved yourself.
Do we really have to go through this?
If you'd like to earn your money, then yes.
But fine.
After we began our game, you quickly determined that winning was going to be an uphill battle with our team. Everyone was so preoccupied with their interpersonal issues, and no one seemed in any shape to be fighting major battles. Sound familiar?
Deja vu's a bitch, sir.
So you did your best to rile up the crew in any way you could, appealing to people's insecurities, varied hostilities, brewing rivalries, needling anyone you could into confrontation with others. Your theory was that increasing everyone's state of aggression would make them better equipped to play the game. And you were sort of right about that. But the Alternians would prove it. Not our group, sadly. The poor girl who took the brunt of your bullying tactics was Damara Megiddo. You talked up her mate Sri's loyal betrayal, making her feel even more dreadful while pushing him further into the arms of her rival until she simply snapped. She attacked him, paralyzing him from the neck down. You finally got the aggressive confrontation you were looking for. Unfortunately, you unleashed something even you weren't prepared for, and you had to deal with her yourself. After a long, bloody duel, she killed you, and you would have stayed dead if not for me. You never listened to me. You just kept needling and fussing and meddling until eventually you paid the price, and I had to bail you out.
How bad's what you want with this stupid money?
Damara has been unhinged ever since. By increasing her violent tendencies, instead of being an asset to the game, she became a loose cannon, arbitrarily showing up at key moments throughout the timeline to sabotage us. So radical was her shift in personality, I had a hard time believing your incitement was solely to blame. It always seemed like other forces were in play, as if her acts, though apparently haphazard, were in keeping with some inscrutable agenda. Of course, it doesn't help that it's so hard to understand her even on a good day. Strangely, the only time she was eager to help us was when we were preparing to initiate the scratch. And it's a good thing she was, since I'm not sure anyone else would have had the ability to do that kind of damage to the cardinal movement and release its energy. It was almost a little eerie how happily she complied with our plan. What did Rufio say she said? Something about how we would all finally get what we deserved? Which at the time I thought sounded chilling, but there's really two ways of looking at it. One is how the scratch rebooted our world into a state of pure chaos, culminating in the annihilation of our universe. But on the other hand, we all got the chance to live out our wildest fantasies as adults on Alternia. At least you and I sure did, and I wouldn't doubt she feels the same way. So, we done? And that's it. Toughest $5 I ever made. Well then. You got an Alternian journal. It's a bit wordy, though some of the material here strike you as pretty risque. Actually, quite a lot of the material. You surreptitiously pocket the overwrought diary for later reading. So then... Was there anything else down that way? Nope. Guess this little interlude wasn't much of a thing, just a lot of empty space. Damn, this is a long one. You got the Fluoride Octet. Feeling lucky, punk? Wink. You got a pair of rocket boots. Hashtag shoes. What would a ghost need with rocket boots anyway? Can't all ghosts fly? Or maybe that's just dead god tiers who can generally fly anyway. Or dead dream cells? Actually, you don't know what the flying rules are and you don't really care. You got a heap of priceless treasure! Huh, actual treasure inside a treasure chest. Now you've seen everything. I think there's more up this way. You get a broken 8-ball. You remember seeing a bunch of these earlier. What was the context again? You just had so many long, weird conversations, it's all kind of a jumble now. You feel unlucky just looking at this thing. You toss it in the bushes. But there's treasure over there. Oh, there's treasure and shit all over the place. Oh, hey! It's the Huss. This guy again? Oh, it's you. Scram, kid. Hey, Orange Dude. Tell me your deal already. I said get lost, Pfeffery. Hashtag do not fuck with me. Hofurry? Alright, I see what's going on here. You clearly have developed feelings for me. I understand. I led you on. Remember when I said, bring me a horse and I am yours forever? Total lie. Sorry, but my heart's still set on Vriska. She will be my wife. Who's Vriska? That girl over there. No, don't look. Shh. Let's try to keep it down, okay? You're going to ruin this for me. Her? Dog, ain't she a little young for you? No, but that's the thing. She spent like however many years being a ghost, so she's older now. That means it's not creepy. Who even knows how many years she spent here? Maybe 100? Hell, she might even be older than me now. See? Totally not creepy anymore. Case closed. I don't know what you're talking about, but you sound like an asshole. Just need to find the right moment to make my move. Only problem is I lost the ring. John fucking Egbert has it. Doesn't look like he's gonna let it go either, the bastard. Got like a plan. Think, imagination. Think! Ugh, the one time I really need you. Yo, I got boatloads of bling. I could sell you a ring. You could? Oh man, perfect. How much? 2,485,506 human dollars. Pledged of a 700,000 human dollar goal. Are you fucking serious? What makes you think I've got that kind of dough just lying around? That's my price, pumpkin skin. You want the ring or not? Alright, fine. Guess I've got no choice but to pony up. Just don't tell anyone, okay? I kind of promised I would use this money for something else. No my biz, Holmes. Deal or no deal? Yeah, here. Oh yeah, check them mad stacks. Here you go, lover boy. Thanks. Wait, is this ring... Did you steal this from Cronus? Faux show? Ew. No refunds! Okay. So... Okay. Cool. I guess I am done. Sweet.